Hello.
Hello there.
We are Pup and Bear Travels. I'm Dan.
I'm Bob.
And we have recently returned, when recording this, we've recently returned from Disney World. It will be have been like quite a few weeks when this video goes out since we've been back.
As of recording it, we have literally this morning got back.
Yes.
We had 2 weeks in the Disney World parks, followed by a 3-night Disney cruise on the Disney Dream. Hopefully some of you at least would have seen that in the previous videos.
If not, we will link the video in one of the top corners on the first travel day, just so you can start watching it if you want.
Please.
But we thought we would come on and do a haul similar to what we did for Disneyland Paris, because we bought quite a bit.
Yeah, this was the holiday that was originally booked for 2020. Having been to Disney World in 2019 for a honeymoon, 2020 was when we were going to go back for our first anniversary, and obviously the pandemic hit. So it's been moved 5 times, until we finally went at the start of February 2022, 2 weeks ago, as we record this. So in that 2.5 year gap, we'd obviously saved a bit more money. So we have splurged a bit on prezzies, pretty things for us, a few things for family. But yeah, this is mainly most of this is for us.
We'll say when it's not for us, just so you know.
Some things were freebies, and bit odd bits like that. But yeah, we just thought we'd do a haul video. People seem to like that. They told us they enjoyed it last time. Yeah.
So just first, we've broken it down into sections, just so you know. So it will be like almost categories. So like with 50th stuff, the cruise stuff, stuff from Magic Kingdom, etc., etc. Just so it just makes it easier if you want to go and find these items, then you know where they might be. Now they might have sold out, so just don't quote us on that. And
so some of the bits you can get on Shop Disney and things like that, anyway, or eBay. If you see us glance down, it's because Dan's down his techie wizardry, and he's got it on a spreadsheety thing down on his laptop in front of us. The prices. I must stop looking up at the screen. I've got to look down here at you guys.
Yeah, you've got to look at the lens. I'm trying to get into
I keep glancing up and looking up above.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're starting off with the 50th
merch.
And so, what should we start with?
Let's start with the pins, just because they're the easier thing. So first of all, we bought a limited edition castle pin. I will get it out of the box as well. But this is, wait, it focuses. There we go. It's a nice 50th castle pin. I'm just going to get it out of the box just to show you, because it does open up to show Cinderella, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Or there being Cinderella castle.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't mean that's who's going to be. It could have been Mickey.
It's a stiff one to open.
Bear with caller. And then it's got Cinderella inside the castle. There we go. This was a splurge for definite. This is just something that I saw and I just really liked, and I don't think it'd long been released because everyone was suddenly in there buying it, and I thought, well, I might as well jump on that bandwagon. We're not the kind of person that buys loads of them and tries to sell them.
Oh no, no, we don't. We never sell anything like this.
We only buy it for ourselves. But this was $40, $39.99. Obviously tax has to be added onto that. A lot of the prices that we put down are the actual prices before tax. We wouldn't have paid this price for some of it because we had DVC discount, just so everyone knows, and that would have been 20% off of most of the merch that we had.
The next 50th pin it's the castle with the 50 over it in this nice sort of holographic colour. I don't know what you want to call that. Iridescent.
Iridescent, probably the right name for it.
It says 50 and Walt Disney World, and that was silver, which was $9.99.
Yeah.
The next 50th pin, this one with
that's focused.
Mickey and Minnie in their finery. It's a lovely one. That one with the castle in the middle, fireworks going off. It was yellow.
$12.99. Most pins are done by colour, and if you don't know, they're colour coded on the back, and we have written down the prices of each of the colours that we knew that we bought.
Yeah, there are some that are individually priced.
Yeah, for example, the first one I showed you.
The price.
This one is individually priced on the back. It's not colour coded.
And this was, we had to get this one. This is 2 of Dan's favourite characters. Well, our favourite characters, but Dan's in particular.
down. There we go.
There we are. That's Chip and Dale in their celebration finery as well. The little waistcoats that look so cute.
Yep. And that was?
Yellow.
So again, $12.99. So that's the 50th pins. We didn't actually buy that many 50th pins. We bought a hell of a lot of pins. That's just the 50th.
They had all the main characters basically. There was a 50th with Donald and Daisy, a 50th with, I think it's Goofy and Pluto, and a different 50th with Mickey and Minnie. But we were trying to be good at the time, going, we're only buy a few that we really want for lanyards. Keeping you up?
Sorry, we've been up for like almost
24 hours.
24 hours,
Yeah,
or
at this
more than
point.
24 hours, really.
At this point. So yeah, although we bought lots of pins, only those few 50th anniversary pins, because this is the 50th, obviously, birthday year.
Would you like to carry on your side?
Okay. I don't know how else to show up. A lenticular postcard.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's going to focus very well, but it's one of those ones that you kind of move, and it's like a 3D
Well, I always
effect.
used to call holographic, but it's not. It's called lenticular. If you
Yeah.
want to be a bit posh about it.
I don't think it's going to focus at all.
But just imagine Mickey moving
Yeah,
slightly.
you can kind of see him moving.
You can see his foot wibbling away. And that was...
I've got it written down, $3.49.
Yeah.
Oh, don't, that's a horrible noise. That's a horrible sound. Stop it.
Now this next thing we saw on a few other people's YouTube videos and thought, oh, we love this. We have to buy ourselves one.
And I've seen them, not this particular one, but they seem to be big in Japan, these type of things.
And we've seen them in Disney Springs and in the parks. I can't remember where we actually bought this one from.
I can't remember, but they're all over the place. Lots of places. I think in World of Disney they're in there. But yeah, it's just one of those, you push down the pump and the soap will give you a Mickey shaped soap sud on your hand.
The foam is in the shape of Mickey, the silhouette with his little ears. Which is really cool. $19.99 for it's quite heavy, it's chunky, well made.
Yeah, I believe that we can refill it with soap.
Yeah.
I don't know the specific soap, but we should be able to refill it.
Yeah. And then Dan's purchased to treat himself, because I said he had to treat himself because he kept going, oh, I can't do it.
Spirit jersey.
Spirit jersey on. This is the back.
Ow.
You're welcome.
Punched me in the face.
There we go. Walt Disney World on the back.
And then the front is just the castle with the 50th on it, or 50 on it.
But the colour itself is lovely as well.
Yes, it is.
Sort of like a purple and but that's not cheap.
No, it's more expensive than standard Spirit jersey because it's the 50th. They've obviously gone, oh, this is the 50th. People are going to want this. We'll charge more for it. So it was $84.99.
It worked with you, didn't it?
I think standard ones are $74.99, so it's $10 more than usual.
You
But
had that hilarious moment where a lady said to you, oh, I love your Spirit jersey. And you turned around and she was wearing exactly the same. You said to her, oh, I love your Spirit jersey as well.
yeah, she had good taste, so yeah.
Weren't you both hilarious?
I'm sorry. Next, we bought a Skyliner ornament. We like the Skyliner. We did it for the first time this holiday, and we really enjoyed it. And it's, if you look on the back, you can see how it would display. So that's cute. I don't actually know if it's made of glass, to be honest. I know that you can get Christmas ornaments that are made of glass, but I'm not sure what this one's made of. I think it's plastic, but that's fine.
They do a range of these in normal, like red and blue, with the normal characters on it from the Skyliners. But this is the particular 50th version. So I think next time I go back, I'll be buying the others in the set.
And it's $19.99. Then a couple more bits for the 50th. So when you go to Disney World, you can purchase. They come with the dining plan. If the dining plan comes back, and hopefully they come back with it, refillable mugs, and you can purchase them separately. So we did. So we got these two. They're both the 50th versions. Let's see if we can get into focus. There we go. Both the 50th versions of the mugs. They were $19.99 each. To me, you're not actually paying for the mug, you're paying for the refills, because that gives you 14 days of unlimited refills at the resorts. So as soon as you've spent 2 days refilling it like 5 times maybe, it's paid for itself. Because they drink a fountain beverage is like $4.99 I think. So it works out cheaper if you buy these. You can't use them at the parks. You can take them into the parks if you want drinking them, but you can't use them at the parks. So there's no way you can top them up. but in the resorts you can. So they're good for in your hotel room, that kind of thing.
So we take them out with us in a day in our backpacks, so that on the way back home at the end of the evening, you can stop off at the resort, quick service station, fill it up and take it back to your room.
Yep. So the last thing that we have paid for the 50th is, because we always have to make sure we get one for a special one, so it's a shopping bag, 50th shopping bag. Basic, we just got the small one just because we wanted to have one.
They two come in at this size and at this size.
Yeah, we thought we'd buy one of those because we always try and buy a special bag if they've got any special ones on. And then the only other thing we have is something that we didn't pay for. We didn't steal it either. It's from the room. It's coffee, Joffrey's coffee, the 50th blend.
We have a particular friend who loves coffee, and hopefully he'll like one of these packs that we brought back.
Yes. So that's the 50th stuff. Right, so the next section is the parks. So first of all, Hollywood Studios. So we haven't got the price for this because I can't remember what I paid because I went for the full-on package. So we went to the Joy Depot.
Because 2.5 years ago we did the BB-8 unit, and we thought, well, we're not going to get another lightsaber like we did the first year. We'll get another droid because they interact. So this time you went for the R2 unit.
Or the R unit.
R unit.
It's a bit of a pain to get out though.
Last time we got it in a cardboard box, which was the basic option. This time they had the option of a package where you got a bag to put it in, like a rucksack.
It's stuck.
Which has polystyrene in the bottom, and you have to sort of push them down into it.
It's like a foam thing.
And what else was this part of the package? Was it the...
So it's the bag and a personality chip. And I think it was like $170 or something along those lines. Right, so yeah, here he is. Here's our R unit that we built. Yeah, I built. And he's got a personality chip in him. We can turn him on quickly. If you want to hold on to him for me, please. And now we get his controller out. Should be in here. He says not being able to find it. Where's the controller gone? Oh, I put it aside. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I do that? But yeah, that's the R unit. Yeah, not cheap. I can't remember how much it is basic, but with the package it was 170 something, and that comes, as I said, with the personality chip and the bag to put him in. And let's turn him off. Oops, trying to prompt me to do that, so that's that done. Yeah, that's always good fun to do, to build. I'm not going to put them back properly because it'll take me forever. Yeah, they interact around the land when you're carrying them if you've got them switched on, which is always nice for the kids. We didn't do that, but...
And they're grown-up kids.
Yeah. And then on that subject, we bought some accessories for him. So we got the jetpacks.
Which make a whooshy sort of noise when you...
I can't tell whether it's focused. 2 seconds, I'm just going to tap the screen. Oh, there we go, focused now.
So basically it's like in whichever film it was where R2-D2 can suddenly fly out of nowhere and he has these little jetpack boosty things.
Yeah,
so it's basically that for the R unit.
So they light up, the blue bits, blue flames light up and it makes a sound. So it's the other button on the controller. So we've got that one, that's $17.99.
And I don't think I've seen you use this one yet.
No, I haven't done because it's got loads of little bits in it. So it's the
R series serving tray, includes 7 cups and articulating serving arm.
Come on, focus. There we go. So this is from, I can't remember which one it is now. Is it the second one? Of the original films where he's on Jabba's barge serving the drinks for his guests. And that's $17.99 as well. Doesn't come with any lights or sounds for that one. It's just something that looks pretty, but I just wanted them.
Like you, looks pretty.
Yeah.
Another thing from Hollywood Studios, because it was Dan's birthday while we were there.
Yeah.
As anybody who's seen in the vlogs on the 9th. So I was hoping he wasn't going to find the price out, but he's determined to go for all the receipts. This is one of the prezzies I bought him because his favourite character is Stitch, followed by Chip and Dale.
I don't know why you say find out what the price is, because you got the same ones for your parents.
That's not the point. So yeah, this little S for Stitch.
There we go, now it's focused.
Because it's his favourite character. It just hangs on the front of his bag. While we were there, we also bought, as a little thank you from my parents for house sitting and dog sitting, their initials in keyring form. Insert pictures because we've given the presents to them now. A K from my mum with Mickey, Minnie, and I think it had Donald and Pluto on it. And the D as Donald Duck for my dad. So, and all three of those were $9.99.
Yes, they are. Yep.
So the only other thing from Hollywood Studios was a freebie. Yeah.
Well, not really. They are the light up ice cubes that you get in drinks. So we went to the Hollywood Brown Derby for my birthday, and we ordered some.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was lovely. We ordered some mocktails, or whatever they were called.
So yours had the blue and mine the orange, or were they round?
Well, yeah, but they cycle.
Yeah, they cycle colour, but you can fix it to a certain colour.
But yeah, so that was nice.
I've had them before. We've got get a little collection going now upstairs of different shaped ones they use around the parks, and they're quite fun. We think we're easily pleased with things like that.
So that we haven't got a price for them because it was just the price of the drinks, and they came in the drinks, and I can't remember what they were. But technically they're not free because you pay for the drink, and the drink is an inflated price to include the fact that you get these in it.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was lovely. But I think that was it from Hollywood Studios. I didn't buy a lot there, to be honest.
No.
Pins, we may have bought pins, but pins, if they don't fall within a category of 50th or cruise, we're doing them just as a bulk lot at the end, just because it's easier.
Yeah.
Because we can't remember what parts we bought each of them in.
I certainly can't.
No. So one or two final things that we also bought in Hollywood Studios that we forgot because we haven't got it out because we're wearing them. So we both bought Spirit jersey each. I've got this one that looks a bit like denim and it says Skywalker Academy on the back. I think it's probably going to be easier to insert a picture. Do you think I can turn around? It's fine.
There we go. You can see it's more like Skywalker Academy.
Yep.
And mine has a little baby Grogu.
Yes.
And on the back,
there's Grogu.
Can you see it?
It says Gru. It says there, Grogu. There we go.
There we go.
And it's a nice little sort of mottled effect.
And down the arm, there's some little cartoon imagey things. But yeah, we went into Star Tours. Was this? Yeah.
It was a shop by. Is it Star Traders there? I can't remember.
Well, as you come out of Star Tours ride, you end up in the gift shop, and that one there. Ignore the tippy tappy noise you can't hear. Honestly, that's not Loki walking around. Lay down. Good boy. Do you want to be on video? Lay down.
So these were $74.99 each. Again, we got a discount on them because of the DVC, but that's the price before.
Probably the reason why we bought them, because we kept thinking, oh, we've got DVC discount now. You can, yeah, it makes it cheaper. Yeah, let's just treat ourselves. Right, so the next collection of stuff we bought is from Magic Kingdom.
Yes. This includes stuff that isn't for us necessarily, that I was instructed by my sister to purchase.
Yes, Dan's older sister, who's also a Disney fan like us, and your niece, said, oh, please can you look out for this or this sort of thing. So there are a few bits here that they've given us money for. Yeah,
I was sending her pictures galore of things going, how about this, how about this, how about this, and every now and again she's going, oh, maybe.
And having to run back to that particular location to remember what the price was for that particular thing. So we'll start off with those things to get them out of the way. So
my niece is also Stitch mad, same as I am. So we have bought a Stitch metal bottle for her. Well, I didn't buy it for her. My sister's paid for it. But yeah, just a metal bottle.
Apparently she had a similar one and broke it. So
yeah, she broke it on pretty much the day that my sister asked for it. So yeah.
This is the replacement?
This is the replacement. $27.99 that was. So not cheap. I thought that was astronomical for a bottle, but
it's not us paying for that one in the end.
No. My sister is Tinkerbell crazy. She wanted a Tinkerbell Spirit jersey, but they're just not doing them at the moment. But she happened to have broken her lanyard a few days ago, so she asked us if we can pick her up a new Tinkerbell lanyard, so we got her this one. It's probably not going to focus very well. It's going to be very difficult to make it focus if it doesn't, because it's yeah, but there we go, you get the idea. Just a Tinkerbell lanyard. And that was $12.99. And then she wanted a pink Spirit jersey. Well, had to buy two of them. One for her and my sister, and one for my niece. So she wanted the pink one. which is the Disney World Resort pink one. There's the back, and then the front. And that would be $74.99, the same as all other Spirit jerseys, because it's not a special one. And that's it for the non-us purchases.
We did, when the weather got really hot and sunny after the first few days, decide we just had to treat ourselves in the end because we were squinting the camera a lot. Bought ourselves some sunglasses in Mickey's. What's it called? The one with the
Sir Mickey's.
Sir Mickey's, where the one with the giant fingers are coming through the roof.
Come on, focus, focus, focus. There we go. So mine's got like Mickey balloons all over it.
Whereas mine just look like, well, see, just they're quite nice. That they look like they've got almost like a wood effect, a wood effect on the arms.
Take another picture.
But yeah, just sunglasses. But they were, being Disney, they're not particularly cheap.
Well, they're $21.99 each.
But then again, I don't normally buy sunglasses very often, so no. I don't know if that's a good or bad price for them.
I don't know, to be honest.
We also treated ourselves. So we loved the Haunted Mansion ride.
We were worried about getting this home, but I think it's made it all in one piece.
Yeah, it's just like it's thick, it's heavy resin, but it's the busts of the singing busts from the Haunted Mansion ride.
Yeah.
They are heavy. Were
$44.99.
$44.99, yeah. But they'd be quite cool when we put them on display. We've got a shelf up in our display room for the Haunted Mansion stuff. And on that shelf will also be this, when I build it, or we build it, which is the Haunted Mansion diorama, the Seance Circle, with the magic table, books, the chair, Madame Leota floating in the middle of it all. We will, by the time this is edited, this will be made, so we'll insert a picture here of what it looks like built. There we go. So that's a fun little thing for us to do.
And that was?
As I was about to say, $24.99.
As displayed in front of you.
There was a second option one that had supposed to be the bride in the attic with the cake and everything else on the tables, but I didn't like that one so much because the ghost, the corpse bride up there, just looked like a mannequin of doll. It just didn't look as good, did it?
Yeah.
So we went for Madame Leota's room.
So next is Animal Kingdom. We didn't buy much in Animal Kingdom. Again, pins, but they'll come under the pin haul. We bought in Pandora, we bought one of the dioramas. We really like these things, like 3D dioramas.
It was in Wind Traders, wasn't it?
Is that what it's called? I can never remember.
Yeah, next to Pongo, what was it called?
Yeah, there we go. And it's like a 3D effect once you put it together. Again, we will insert a picture here. Camera noise. And you'll be able to see those. And Bob bought a t-shirt.
Ooh, is it focusing?
It is focused, yes.
Yeah, it showed in the video at the time on the first full day.
Yes.
The rainbow t-shirt I saw in Diano Land, USA.
Yep.
I really liked that. So that was my little treat to myself while we were there. And that was, I think, so apart from the, like I said, pins, that's the only things we bought really from.
Oh, sorry, and the Pandora was $16.99, the Pandora diorama, and this was $24.99, the t-shirt. Because neither of us mentioned that then.
Because we're experts doing this, aren't you? You can tell. Right.
So next we have EPCOT.
We only bought a couple of things, not including pins, in EPCOT.
We actually bought 3 things, but one will be a picture. Your mother's pin. So yes. Bob, as a present for his mum, for looking after the dog, Bob bought her a thimble and spoon set, which again we'll have to insert the picture here.
Because mum collects thimbles, she absolutely loves little ceramic thimbles of places, and it's so hard to find them in Disney. We found one on its own last time. This time we went for the one in the set with the spoon because in the hopes it would be the same pattern.
And that was $19.99.
Yes. And then for ourselves, or for Dan, for one of his birthday presents I bought myself for him, Winnie the Pooh ears in the UK pavilion.
Yep.
Because he loves his ears, and he loves his ticket ears, and now he's got some Winnie the Pooh ones to get with him.
Yep, and they were $29.99.
And then every time we go on our Disney holiday, I say every time, it's like our fourth one.
Oh, Disney Holiday, yeah.
Disney Holidays in there, not just a world, but a world. We try and buy ourselves a bauble, Christmas bauble. So we chose for this holiday.
We don't necessarily buy like a dated one, we just buy a bauble.
So it sounds like something we both agree that we both like.
So it's just so that we can like start filling out a Disney Christmas tree.
So we went to the German Pavilion.
Yep.
So this is the first little Christmas shop next to Carmel Couche, or what it's called.
Yeah.
There's lots of Christmas ornaments we liked in there. The one we both agreed on for this year's holiday bauble is a gingerbread heart.
Well, it doesn't say it's gingerbread, but we just
To us,
assumed.
to us it looks like gingerbread because of the base colour. So you've got Mickey on one side, and then on the other. No, I do not speak German, so I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to say, but I'm assuming some variation of Happy Christmas or something.
Yeah, I assume so.
Please feel free to put in the comments below what that actually says.
Yep, and that was $24.99.
Yeah, and it's finally it managed to come home safe and sound, wrapped up well. So
It's the only box that didn't get slightly damaged in the travel. Obviously, where you put everything in a suitcase, and they don't tend to treat them very well. They throw them around.
we always try and pack it in with all the clothes, but it came through okay. Right, the next few bits are from Typhoon Lagoon. So we were just going to go like we did last time. We went topless, but we both got some. I particularly got sunburnt last time we went badly, even with all the suntan lotion on. So we thought we'd treat ourselves to, I don't know the proper classification for them, but
I refer to them as water shirts, but I don't know what they are.
They had a sticker on them. They give UV protection. So we wore those all. We got one each. So obviously just show one because the sizes do vary. But the Typhoon Lagoon, Stitch. So they help block out the sun, UV, blah blah blah, technical stuff. I'm good at this. And we also bought
Some water shoes.
yes. So we bought one pair, but again they're ones that there's two sorts they were selling with Velcro. These ones or ones with a zip. And the cast member said if you buy the ones with Velcro, you can keep them on as you go down all the chutes and slides. The zips you can't because it's metal, exposed metal. They don't allow that on the.
I'm assuming it would catch on some of the rings and things like that.
Or
So
scrape and start eventually damage the slides or something. But yeah, those ones. So we bought a pair of those each, two different colours. Then you just see the other pair.
So next, just a couple of resort purchases. They're not actually to do with the resorts, but we just found them at resorts, so we thought we'd put them in here. So we've got a Stitch luggage tag, which we got from Boardwalk, I think it was, remember correctly. I won't turn it around because it's got my details on it, but yeah, there's just an open section to put your name, address and telephone number in it. I don't want people calling me. And that is $14.99, or was $14.99.
And because your sister had seen it in a photo and your niece Alyssa said she wants it, we had to go back and find it's a pack of 3 Stitch scrunchies.
Yep.
Obviously of no purposeful use to me.
Or me.
But yeah, they are $16.99 for a set of 3 Stitch scrunchies.
Yep. That's one of the first things she said she wanted, and it took me ages to get back to somewhere that had them, so we ended up actually buying them in the Contemporary. Yes, the Contemporary in BBG Gifts. Next is a very small category, which is just stuff we bought at Springs.
At Disney Springs. One purchase. We only went back briefly after that, otherwise I'd have bought another one in the set, I think, because we saw it. This is Metal Earth model. I've never personally made any yet. I've bought you a couple in the past.
Got halfway through them, given up.
Yeah.
Because I've got ADD. But
this one is a lovely coloured in one of
my face is in
the Haunted Mansion.
Come on, stop focusing on my face. There we go, it's focused.
In particular, obviously, the Disney World Haunted Mansion version. So, by the time this is edited, I would have built this, hopefully. So, if so, a photo of it will be inserted here.
If not, then
it'll be a clip of the partially inserted, how far I've got with it.
And then there'll be a picture on our socials down the line once he's finished it.
Yeah.
Because they can be very fiddly to do those, so
yeah,
they're not the nicest thing to do. So the next section, we went to The Character Warehouse at the premium outlets in Vineland, on the first week, during the first week, wasn't it?
I think the Tuesday or Wednesday of the first week.
Yep.
Because we know from having been there before that you can usually get nice discounted Disney stuff. It's like ends of lines, things that from a previous season, like Halloween stuff.
We've got some examples of what the price was and what the price is now, just so you can kind of get an idea of what some of the discounts are. We haven't got all of the prices, so
if you're heading to Disney World yourself, or somebody you know is, persuade them or yourself to get over to premium outlets, because you can get some good bargains in. Sometimes you go back again the following week and it's not changed much. Sometimes it has. Depends what stock they get in.
And it does tend to not have very much big boy size in there. A lot of it's small, extra small, medium. In terms of the clothes for the men, I don't know about the ladies or the children, because I didn't really look at those, but for us it wasn't great for sizing. We did get a couple of bits in there though.
Presumably the bigger stuff sells out in the parks and that, and
yeah,
what they get left is lots of the small stuff, so it ends up being sent over to the outlet centre. But the first one we'll start with, because it's in my hand, the obligatory mini ears. Just I look at Twit wearing, but there we go. We've got this pattern here. It is, I don't know if they have a particular name. I'm sure you guys can tell us in the comments.
Well, they're Christmas. I don't know what.
Yeah, they're a pale creamy colour, little ribbon. There's all the characters on them, various sledding and skiing. So we got a couple of pairs of those. They started off originally in the parks.
$29.99.
And these in the Character Warehouse were
$7.99.
So a big price drop, and these are still these are still currently for sale at full price in the parks. As are
the second set that we bought.
These ones. Again, like a Christmas treat with hundreds of thousands on them. I think it's supposed to be. Not sure if it's gingerbread or something, but again, these ones same price. We started off life at $29.99, and we got them for $7.99. You say?
Yep.
So we bought 2 pairs of each because we have 4 nieces, and they can all have a pair each.
Yes.
We'll just do a blind pick, I think, as to who gets what.
Yeah. So that's that'd be good to give them. Next, because I like trains and we liked Mickey Minnie's Railway, we saw this in the Character Warehouse, which is a whistle, a train whistle, which is cute. This apparently was $12.99 and went down to $7.99, so you can see there's sort of differences in the amount that you get off of the prices.
You made sure you got one with the plastic.
Yeah, I made sure it was still in its plastic and hadn't been blown on. But anyway. So yeah, that's my little whistle.
And the dog just went.
Yeah, the dog likes it. There, please.
And how much was that, did you say?
$7.99, down from $12.99.
Cool. Next one, we bought 2 of these next. We went back the second time. In the second week.
Because I originally bought one for me, and hats don't tend to fit Bob. But then you tried on mine and realised that it actually fits you quite well. So
my one's out in the hallway somewhere, but I'll put this on as well for decorative purposes. There we go.
Pride hat, which I like.
Would originally retailed at $27.99. These were in the outlet centre $9.99.
Yes, bargain.
Big saving. So we've got one each now. Not that we bought them at the same time, because
no,
you don't want the day being his and his matching stuff. But
no, not really.
We're not. As he said, we're not that couple that wears the same clothes. No, not yet. But there we go. So we went for a second one because you wanted them for your collection of hats, which you have many. And I just wanted one because it's actually a hat that actually fits my head.
Yep.
What should we go for next?
This one. So obviously a lot of the stuff in the outlet, in the Character Warehouse, is end of line. So they did have a lot of Halloween stuff and a lot of Christmas stuff. As you've seen, we've got the Christmas ears. But they also had some of the Halloween popcorn buckets. So they had this Mickey one, and it opens up in the back for you to put your popcorn in. I can't really. I think it's focused anyway. So we just thought he was kind of cute. He can go in on our like Halloween shelf. So that was nice. They also had a Christmas one that was a Christmas tree.
It was like a metallic gold look, and just looked really tacky. We thought,
even his tail kind of moves. That's cool. Yeah, but he was $14.99. And I don't know how much these were in the parks. I think there'll be 20 something in the park when they originally came out, and they're probably one of the ones that people went and bought 5 of, then sell at astronomical prices online. And they had hundreds of them in the shop. Loads of them, just everywhere.
Loads of them. Next is another one of these little cardboard dioramas that we really like. Because we had one from the previous holiday of Pirates
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Mind and blank then.
I haven't done one yet, so.
No, so we got one. Well, I'll let you do both of these while I'm doing the Haunted Mansion thing. But this was Mickey on Safari.
Safari's a goodie.
Would have originally been $16.99 for a few bits of cardboard, but this was down to $9.99.
Bargain.
Which made it purchasable for us.
Yes.
That's Disney's Animal Kingdom, so he's got a little zebra in the background.
Next thing, we do collect Funko Pops. So they had one for sale, or they had 2 for sale in there. One was the unicorn from Inside Out, which we didn't buy, but we bought this one, which is the Matterhorn bobsleds.
Admittedly, that's a Disneyland California ride, and we've not been there yet. But this series of characters riding their rides, we've got quite a few of that set now. We've got Mickey on the Jungle Cruise, we've got Mr. Toad in his Toad little car, Peter Pan riding his boat, all that sort of stuff. We've noticed since we took it out of its packaging, there are a few little marks on it.
It's not major show. I mean, we're not resellers, so we're not going to resell them, but
No.
it is a bit of a pain that you can't see these. There's a scuff on the track, and there's like a dirty mark here that doesn't come off.
Like a bit of yellow glue sort of stuff. But
Yeah.
we might be able to clean it off carefully, or just split it the other way around. At the end of the day, we're getting it cheaper than what it would have been originally.
Yeah, we don't know what it was originally, but it was $14.99, which I'm pretty sure in this country these normally retail at about £30. So
At least for the big ones, like,
yeah. So
we also saw.
this was on the second day we went in there, which is in the second week, which we didn't buy much, but we did buy this.
Originally $49.99. We can't remember what was it. When
It was $19.99.
Cool. When I can't seem to get the.
Should we just get in the focus first? There we go. And press the button, it lights up. Ooh. Camera keeps trying to compensate for the changing in light, but there we go. We just liked it, it was cute.
We quite like some of these little wooden Christmas scenes.
We didn't know how much it was when we picked it up, but we still bought it anyway. We just took it to the counter and Bob was like, we can ask the prices. And no, we'll just buy it. So we did.
Cute.
Yeah, that'll be for Christmas, obviously.
So I don't know what it looks like. I'll find out. I don't know if there's anything on the outside of the archway. So,
I should have planned ahead a bit, I suppose, and taken it out of the box.
do we look like we plan ahead with these sort of things? Oh, no, it's just a.
It's just an arch. Okay. Oh well, it might look a bit better now. It's see-through. Got it. Oh, that's quite pretty. Yeah, I like it without it in the box. That's cool.
That can be put over there, and I'll put it back in the box, the attic,
Yep.
after we've finished.
And then the last thing, the character warehouse, I think. No, it's not the last thing at all. Ignore me. The next thing in the character warehouse is we bought a little pack of pins. Well, not pack of pins, but a little card of pins, which are the Pride pins, which were $34.99, and we got them for the price of $16.99, so about half price.
Yeah.
So yeah, we shared those between us on the holiday.
Lanyards.
Yeah, because we like to wear our pins around. Everyone, whenever they see us with the pins, they go, "Oh, do you like trading?" It's like, no, we just buy them because we like them and we just wear them.
We buy the pack of the metal locking backs because we had it the first time we went, where a few of the black rubber. Pardon me, got hiccups. Black rubber backings fasteners fell off, and we almost lost pins. So we bought the locking pins that time. And we took them back with us this time. Because after this vlog, these will all be taken back off their backing cards.
Yeah.
And we put them on pin boards of like chalk, not chalkboards.
Notice boards.
Cork boards.
Okay.
And they're just back on the cards to make it easy to display here.
Yep.
I also purchased, because I was happy to actually find them big boy size, given what we already said about not finding much, a zipped hoodie I don't know if that's...
It's focused, but I'll just show all of it. And then it's got the hood, obviously. Makes sense.
So it's
Disney World on the arm.
2021.
It's Disney World, isn't it? Or Disneyland, yeah. 2021, so it's obviously end of line again because it's for last year, but that doesn't really matter, does it? You wear things that have got...
I don't really wear much as colourful and bright, so I thought, oh, treat me, yeah. Ah,
sorry.
He's so tie-tie.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to drive back.
Anyway.
It's like a giant game of Jenga over on this armchair at the minute.
And then I bought a t-shirt, because again I found one that I could fit, and it was quite a nice one.
Molto bene.
Molto bene. So yeah, it's just an Italian t-shirt. Yeah, it fits. It was nice to wear. It's quite comfortable. So yeah, I like that one. And that, so the top was $29.99. It might seem like a lot, but they're normally like 60 anyway in the parks, so it's down by quite a bit. And the t-shirt was $15.99.
And then outside of the character warehouse,
yes.
so that's the last bit from that particular shop. There's obviously a whole outlet full of other shops,
yep.
And you've got the little stalls in the street area, the sort of the middle of the pavement area.
You just move this one out of the way so we can get to the ones that we need to
most of which we ignored or walked past quickly, but there were quite a few. I don't know if they're all the same company or not, but there's 3 or 4 of them that were selling the pop vinyls that we collect.
Just reaching across the table to grab them, sorry.
None of them had the prices on, which we usually go, if they ain't got the price on, it's either going to be expensive or they're just trying to draw you in.
And they weren't cheap, and we don't have the prices of these, I don't seem to have the receipts, but I think they were $30-something each.
Yeah, so they've started doing a range of some of the characters in a little setting rather than just the character on its own. And this is one of them I'd seen online months ago and liked. It's Alice with the talking plants around her, little violas and that, and violets.
Mm-hmm.
Violas or pansies, whichever it is.
They were pansies, I think.
Yeah, so that one really liked.
And then we got, it's in a set of 2, so it's Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Obviously you have to have them together, you couldn't buy them separately, that'd be silly. But yeah, they come in one box.
But again, I think I just noticed that there's some scuff marks on the top of this one, whichever one of the twins this is. Some little scuff marks on the top of his little... It's not going to... There we go, you might just see it's some little black scuff marks. But
I don't know whether that's to do with that area or whether it's to do with Funko, because I do find a lot of Funkos have scuffs or some messed up paint on all of them.
It could even be that these are sort of seconds from Funko that go to places like that.
Possibly. But yeah, I'd say most Funkos that we have something wrong with them anyway. So I don't know, not really that.
And as we bought those 2, the lady who did this all said, "Oh, have you seen the Queen? We got the Queen of Hearts too."
She was obviously trying to sell more to us.
Oh, and it worked. So this is a double pack again. It's the Queen of Hearts. And she came with the itty bitty King of Hearts.
If we can get into face words, there we go.
Again, a nice little set.
Yeah, cute.
So we have got an Alice in Wonderland shelf upstairs, so they'll be waiting there somewhere. I'll have to buzz Cheshire Cat over. But I think that was everything.
Yep.
Because their boxes were perfect boxes when we got them. Getting them home, all 3 of their boxes got a bit squished and popped out, so we would take them out to display anyway, so we took them out to show you guys.
Yep.
But the next is going to be the most case of us go back and forwards of the camera because it's the pins that we bought. There may be a few. Okay, there are a few.
I was just going to take them out of the bags because just going to get them all out on the table first. So we're going to go. So next we're going to go over the pins that sit separately from the other sort of sections. These are just pins we bought over the holiday. We're not necessarily sure where all of them came from, but yeah. So we just kept them in their own category.
First off, on its own little box was Dan's happy birthday pin I bought him. Well, it's his birthday out there.
Focus. There we go.
There we go. So there's happy birthday Mickey Mouse pin for Dan's birthday on the 9th of February.
Yes. Now the next lot, not something we've ever collected before, these type of pins, but we went into, I know where these ones came from actually, we went into the pin traders in Disney Springs.
Oh yeah, they should go to Disney Springs purchase.
And we just saw this cabinet with these pins in, and I just kind of fell in love with them. I could have bought them all because there was quite a few different ones.
Yeah, there's probably 10 maybe. Or
Yeah,
more.
but these particular 4 are in their 50th costumes that we've got. So we have, they're called fig pins, and we have Chip and Dale. As you can see, they're quite large pins, and they're on like a stand. So if I turn them sideways, they've got like 3 pins down the back. So yeah, you've got Chip and Dale there, so they're cute, and these are not cheap. These are $24.99 each, so they're quite a bit of money.
And
Mickey and Minnie.
again in their 50th outfits.
Yes.
But they had lots of other characters, but these are the ones we really liked. And
Yeah.
they're almost certainly going to stay in those.
Yeah.
We'll take the outer wrapper off, probably, because there's an internal package by the look of it. But yeah, they were really nice. We just thought, well, okay, we'll treat ourselves again.
Again and again and again and again.
As the money was there.
And as you probably all know, while we were
We may have mentioned this once or twice.
in Disney World, we joined DVC.
Disney Vacation Club.
Yes, so we went into, I think this again was, we saw it in a few places, but I think this again was in pin traders, it doesn't really matter, but we decided to buy a specific DVC pin. There we go. So DVC pin, Disney Vacation Club, to show that you remember.
And because we joined DVC, or when we joined the DVC, Raven, the lovely lady who dealt with us, got us a few little freebies. It was...
Yeah, we're going to go over the freebies that we got, but this is kind of sat in the pin section for some reason,
Yeah.
I don't know why, but...
There were 4 button badges, which we'll show it afterwards then. But these, because they're the pins, we put them in this section. We had one each, but we'll just show you the one. Because it's our home resort, DVC.
They didn't come on a backing card, that's why they're just separate.
These are the little Mickey and Minnie in the Riviera
Yep.
pins. You could just say go down. Has it focused?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, cool. So that's really sweet. We thought.
Yeah.
So we ended up locking those on 1 on each backpack as we went around.
They were free, they were a gift, so that was nice.
Gift free, having spent lots of money joining DVC.
Which we won't discuss here, we will discuss the amount we spent at some point. Just not to show off, but just to give people information. That's it. So next, we've got a few other pins that we bought. So we like the Pride pins and the Rainbow pins, so we bought this one. There we go. So that was silver, so that was $9.99. A lot of the basic ones are just a normal flat pin are all the silver ones, so that's what the $9.99.
And then this rainbow one of Stitch.
Yep.
He's so cute. Really cute.
And he was silver as well, so he's $9.99 again because he's just a flat basic one. The size of the card doesn't mean anything, it's just the actual thing. Next we've got I suppose it's a Mickey, isn't it? I was going to say Minnie because it was pink, but that's just me being stupid. So we have a Mickey pin. Nice little pink colourful one. That one, because it's not just flat, is a yellow one, so it's $12.99 for that one.
This one is Stitch in one of Dan's favourite poses from the film. But I think Edna Mode has got to him because he has no cape.
Yeah, I like it in the film when he puts the thing on his head and then he gets the cape and throws it out behind him.
There is a multi-pack of 4 or 5 pins you can get that had the red cape with it. But we don't want to spend like $40 on the other badges we weren't so keen on, just to get the one with the red cape. But he's still sweet even without it.
Yep. Another Stitch pin. This one is the same style of Stitch as on the luggage tag with the sort of the luau type stuff. But he is silver, so that's $9.99 as well.
And this was a limited edition 50th anniversary Bedknobs and Broomsticks pin.
We've never seen Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
We've never seen that before. Anything to do with this, so we had to get the special edition one. Especially as last month we missed out on seeing the live stage show of this because we had COVID at the time and had to miss it. So we thought, well, we'll treat ourselves to the pin.
Yep.
And the last set of pins was a mixed blind bag. We don't usually like doing them, but these all look quite nice on the back.
So there's a blind bag of villain pins. When you're going to focus. Why are you over there trying to focus on nothing? There we go. and then it shows on the back the different ones that you can get. This is $29.99, but you get 5 pins in it.
So I'll let you do 3 and I shall do 2.
So we got the Dr. Facilier. Stop trying to focus on Bob, but as much as he's beautiful.
Bleh. No.
Hello, please focus. Hello. Dr. Facilier. I'm going to leave my hand up and hope it just stays focused. We've got, that's Scar, isn't it? I couldn't see it from there. Scar. You're not going to focus, are you? There we go, Scar. And then we got King Richard. John, sorry, King John. We've got King John. That's what I said.
And this one is Shere Khan.
It doesn't like focusing on these little ones, does it? There we go.
Because we thought, oh, what's Tigger doing there? And we thought, what are we on about? It's obviously Shere Khan. He's a villain thing. Now this one, we're going to need your guys' help on. Because we can't... Who? It's obviously like a Chinese or Japanese character, but looking at the sash and stuff, but...
We can't think of who it was.
No.
It doesn't say on the back of the pack, I don't think. No.
It might not be in Japanese or Chinese character. That's what it looked like to me, and I can't think of anybody. It's not the Hun from...
Moving on.
It's not Genghis Khan or whatever. No. So we don't know who that one is. If you know, please let us know in the comments.
Yep.
Probably shouting at the screen going, it's obviously this person, but we haven't got a clue.
So next,
this is the stuff we bought on the cruise ship / the islands.
Yeah.
So it's everything from the cruise package we had.
Just first on that thing, it's not really a souvenir, but I'll show it first because it's not a souvenir. It's just the key to the world cards. Obviously, I don't think there's any personal information on here, just our names, which you can find online anyway. But yeah, they're not focusing very well. So that's the key to the world cards. They're what you use to get in and out of your room, get on and off the ship. I don't think they focus, so I apologise.
And
you can
charge things to your room. Yeah.
Charges on them as well. So that's those. We thought they're kind of
keepsake,
cute. Yeah. You can't use them again, as far as I'm aware, because they've got your dining rotation on it for that holiday.
We then have the pins that we bought.
Yes. So if we, that's a ship one.
So this one is a big chunky one. It's pink, which is one of the dearer ones, I believe.
Yeah, it's the only one that we bought that's in that pink colour.
Colour code price bracket.
Yeah.
So this one is it focusing?
I'm still trying to focus on my face.
I don't blame it, your face is beautiful.
There we go, now it hasn't, it's focused on it. So it's a 3D pin.
It's a 3D one. The ship in the sea. Disney Cruise Line. I don't think this is a specific cruise ship. It doesn't say like some of them do.
No, it doesn't say which one it is. So, so next we've got the back of the ship. But this is the bit that's on the back of the Dream. So it's also a Mickey from the back of the Dream.
The nameplate.
Yeah.
Black.
So that's yellow. So that's a $12.99 one.
This was a double pack. Mickey and Minnie in their sailor's outfits,
which we thought was quite cute. There you go.
And that was yellow.
So again, that's $12.99. We've got obviously Stitch. There's always a Stitch being bought at some point on our holiday. There we go, Stitch in the sand, playing in the sand, enjoying himself, which is silver, so that's $9.99.
This is a smaller one, but hopefully it'll still show. It's Stitch in the cruise line logo.
There you go.
Which is obviously based on waves, isn't it?
Yeah. That was $9.99. Again, Kill Sprees, Stitch. Come on, focus. Focus. There's no face where my fingers are. Come on, there we go. Stitch again. Silver, $9.99.
This one had to be bought. We'd seen a lot of these in pin traders stalls in like Disney Springs and that. We deliberately waited until we went on the cruise because there was a small little grey area of doubt that we were actually going to get on the cruise.
Yeah, because we'd had COVID prior to our holiday, you can still test positive on a PCR for 90 days. And because I never officially had COVID, because I never went and got a PCR test when I became positive on a lateral flow in this country, I couldn't prove that I'd recovered from COVID in the last 90 days. So if it had showed up as positive on that PCR test, we wouldn't have got on the ship. So we didn't buy any pins until we got onto the ships, which is probably a good thing because you don't pay tax on the ship.
Plus, if you're buying cruise line pins, you want to be on the cruise while you do it. So this one though, because it's Chippendale, had to be done. My first cruise.
So it's cute.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Randomly, we just saw this next one and I just liked it. I think you liked it too, and we were like, well, I'll buy it. It's a limited edition, why not? So it's Happy New Year 2022. At least it wasn't 2021, can you imagine? There we go. Now that's an individually priced one, so that one's $19.99.
The next ones, I think, are all from Castaway Key.
Yeah.
So we have... It's a nice double layered one. You've got Mickey on a hammock, Castaway Key, it says Monstro Point, one way, Serenity Bay the other, and you got the cruise ship in the background.
There it is, focus.
And then the sunset. So that looked really pretty.
And then we've got, again, another these are all Castaway Keys, I don't know why I need to say that, but we've got like the signposts. There we go, Castaway Key signposts, showing all the different things on the island.
This one is Castaway Key again. Obviously it says on it the little cruise line logo, and you got the back of Mickey and Minnie resting as they watch the ship in the sunset.
And that one focused almost immediately. That's good. And that was silver, so that one's $9.99. And finally, I think this is our last cruise pin. I think it's the last pin actually.
Not counting the batches, yeah.
Not counting, well, they don't call them
Button
pins, they call them buttons.
Buttons.
So this is just another Castaway Key one, a cute one. There you go, nice colour. Again, that is yellow, so that was $12.99. So that one, my little theory of it being flat and basic doesn't work on that one because that one's the next price up.
As we said before, with the 50th special bag, we like to collect at least a small version of whatever special bags they've got. So this one is the cruise line bag. So you've got 4 panels on there, Mickey, Minnie, the front of the ship, and the helm wheel. On the back it just says cruise line. So again, that'll be just a little decoration piece for us.
Yep. And then finally on the purchases, so in one of the restaurants you dine at on the cruise is called Animator's Palette, and they have these little butter knives, which look a bit like paintbrushes, and they started actually selling them, so you can now buy them in the shop, and it looks like something like this. You're probably going to see yourself reflected in it, camera, but hey hey, there we go, little butter knife like a paintbrush, and we thought it was cute, and that's $9.99. We made sure that we put it in our checked luggage just in case somebody claimed that we had a knife. Obviously it's not pointed, so you probably could have got away with it, but I didn't want to risk it anyway. But yeah, I think that's it for the actual physical cruise purchases.
Other bits from the cruise though were freebies. Like we already mentioned, we did the craft activity, which is adults only because it was in a bar, of the Mickey and Minnie.
Yep.
Now, admittedly, and I knew they would not want to come home in one piece.
No, they're a bit
mashed. A little bit. They were nice about it. I was sort of cheekily said, "Oh, can I be really cheeky, mate? And can I have another copy?" So on the cardboard, can I have another copy, one of each, Mickey and Minnie, please? And we said, "Oh, our niece would love this." And he said, "Oh, of course you can. Yeah, by all means." The plan being then, what we'll do is we'll photocopy this a few times because we have 4 nieces, all of which would probably like to build a Mickey and a Minnie. And then if we want to, we like to do a spare for ourselves as well. So all the instructions there, how you cut it, how you crease it and fold it. They use glue dots on the ship, but obviously any glue would do.
I do wonder, there's a website on it, disneyfamily.com. I wonder if you can download these type of things online. It might be worth checking. We might check to see whether there's other ones that you can get as well.
If we've found that out by the time we edit this, we'll put it on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Whether that takes you to a website where you can get other versions of this sort of stuff on.
Yeah.
Or not. But yeah, we just thought we'd come. He was nice, nice enough actually. Of course you can. Yeah, how many did you want? We said, just one of each. And we photocopy it ourselves, give copies to everybody that wants to do one.
I think so. The only next thing that we've got is from the cruise is chocolates. I don't know why I put this down, but they put little chocolates on your pillows when they do turn down service. They're just basically Dove chocolate, which in this country is Galaxy. It's the same chocolate. That's going to focus. I'm just trying. But yeah, so that's that.
And they're very nice.
The only other thing that was a purchase, and then we'll just talk about the extra free bits that we also had, was a pen that we got at the airport for Bob's dad, as a thank you for looking after Loki. So we will insert a picture here.
See, that's doing his crossword puzzles, and it's nice and big for him to hold.
Yep. And so some various random free bits that we got. Again, these technically aren't really a haul because they're just free, but we just thought we'd put them in. We got the Mears Connect coach from the airport to our resort, and they gave us free sunglasses. They're just the like cheap plastic. Are you gonna focus? Focus. Focus. Stop looking at the... It's not going to focus. Basically it just says Mears Connect on the side. Yes.
So now admittedly we bought sunglasses after we already given these because as you can see they don't really fit my big head.
And I didn't really want to walk around with the word Mears Connect on the side of my head.
Well, that wouldn't have worried me if they'd fitted, but they just... Basically,
No,
it's nice that they give you a freebie, but no, they don't really fit me.
No.
And so that's why we bought the more expensive ones. Not Disney related as such, but
well, that wasn't really technically Disney.
No, yeah, but that's taking you to the Disney holiday. While we were there, as we have mentioned, I think it was in the previous vlog we mentioned about the food, the end of the actual travel day back. We mentioned that Dan had food poisoning.
And if you've watched the vlog, you would have seen that I would have food poisoning.
One possible suspect for causing it, possibly, maybe,
we're not throwing any aspersions.
allegedly, is the night before we had ordered takeaway McDonald's to be delivered to the hotel because nothing else in Disney had made us sick, so it could have been something from Disney World.
Yeah, because it just takes one bit of chicken to be undercooked
exactly.
for it to happen. So,
but anyway, we'd ordered a McDonald's because in the room it came up advertising it quite a few times, a Happy Meal, and look what you got as a freebie in your Happy Meal. There's about 10 to collect, I think, something like that.
Granted, this was out of all of the ones that I did, this is the one I least wanted. However, it's still stitched, so I'm still happy.
And we ordered 2 Happy Meals in the hope that you'd get 2 different ones.
But no, they must do like a rotation, like one week it's this, then the next week is that. I don't know.
So the other one's in its bag, probably going to go to your niece.
Yeah, probably.
Or our niece, but that one loves Stitch much more than the others. The other thing is what lots of people have.
Yes.
Loads of you will have this if you've been on Virgin Atlantic flights.
Well, if you've been on Virgin Atlantic flights and fly premium or up.
Okay.
So when you go to premium, or you get these little black salt and pepper shakers, which you are allowed to take because they specifically say on the bottom of them, pinched from Virgin Atlantic. So I'm not sure how well these are going to focus, to be honest, because they didn't focus. And I was trying to take a picture of them when we got them.
They are slightly different to each other, which is cool.
Yeah. Focus, there we go. So because it's black, it's quite difficult to see. But yeah, that's the salt one, I think. Salt, yeah. Little plain and little pepper shaker. I think they're meant to be named after the guys that invented flying, Orville and Wilbur.
Yeah, and why do you remember their names?
Because of Animal Crossing.
Because that's the name of the day is Animal Crossing.
But yeah, it says on the bottom of the feet, pinch from Virgin Atlantic. Right, I'm going to say finally, and hopefully this is the last thing when we stop remembering stuff. So this, again, isn't haul stuff in a sense, it's freebie stuff. So again, we're going to have we've said this before, we're going to have a separate video about DVC, which will probably also show these bits in, but we just want to show them because they were just little souvenirs that we have. So when we got to our cruise, I'm just going to go cruise because we were talking about cruise. Sorry, Bob, I apologise. On hanging on our fish extender outside the door, which is where your key is, we had 2 lanyards which say DVC or Disney Vacation Club members on them. So we wore them around. It meant that everyone knew we were Disney Vacation Club members, and so they kept saying welcome home. And we had a magnet on the outside of the door, which was, so you had like this big one, which basically just, again, you can stick on your door. So in case anyone doesn't know or hasn't watched the cruise line ones, people are encouraged to use magnets on their doors. You can't use tape or anything like that, but because the doors are metal, you can use magnets, and people personalise their doors all the time. And then that had little ones attached to it that you sort of tore off. Ooh, so he drops one, that's fine. There we go. So you've got relaxing at the pool, as an example, time to raise the curtain at the theatre. It's really weird because it's backwards, it's difficult to read. In the buffet, etc. And he keeps dropping them.
Exploring the world at today's port. So
yeah, so you just put them on your front door, and then people know what you're doing. It's just a way of interacting with people that you wouldn't necessarily interact with normally. So it's nice to get involved with that.
Walking past people's doors as you go down the corridor, see all the ways they've decorated them. It's all a bit of fun.
Yep.
Also, these were given to us the day we signed up
Yep.
to DVC by Raven. The lovely lady went off and got a colleague of hers to write them up for her.
Which we then met. We met her a couple of days later, didn't she? We went into Riviera. I don't know if it was the next day or a few days later, but we went to Riviera, and I can't remember what we were asking. I was about paperwork, and the lady at the counter was like, "Oh, you joined the other day, didn't you? I was the one that wrote your badges." And she said, because Raven asked who had the neatest handwriting. So
we were given one each of both of these types of what they call buttons over there.
Oh yeah, well, we say badges, the buttons.
This one says the Disney Vacation Club member since today.
A bit further forward. There we go.
So we obviously can only wore that on the day we signed up.
Yep.
And then we're also given one exactly the same pattern, just at the bottom they wrote member since 2022.
Yeah.
Which we wore on our badge. And in theory we could wear next time we go as well, to let you know how long we've been members of.
You can wear that for the full 50-year contract if you really want.
And we may well do so.
We may well do so.
This is something a bit different. This bit we only saw today when we got home from the holiday. This is a lovely little envelope that was there in the post, all in little gold foiling and everything.
Yeah, we won't. Let me just show the front without with the address covered. Yeah, it's just the front of it. There you go.
So it's Disney Vacation Club. Your invitation to Decades of Magic has arrived. And inside, there's more writing inside the envelope. Just again, sort of inviting you. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's this lovely little idea. Just a little gold foiled card. Welcome home. Years of magic are about to begin. Theme park commission is not part of the ownership interest, and it's all separately. He says reading out the bottom stuff, but Disney Vacation Club, a lifetime of magical memories and a pixie dusted surprise await. Visit dvcwelcomehome.com.
And it's like a golden ticket.
Yeah, it's just a cute little keepsake. We can stick in a little folder somewhere.
Yeah, on a frame.
Yeah. So that's what people do, frame up these bits and pieces.
When we went to when we first started off the ball rolling, all we did was we went to do a open house tour of one of the rooms at Kidani Village, because they were doing a 3-bedroom villa tour. It's just like they let you in and show you around, and then the reason we went to do that is because you get a 3 lithograph, and that's the only reason we did it, and we ended up signing up for DVC eventually, but we wanted to do anyway, so it's not like it happened. But yeah, these are the lithographs that we got 2 of them. So yeah, 2 of them there. So yeah, they're cute.
And for when we did sign up, as well as the little badges and that, did we get?
No, this is the one that was left at our resort.
We had such a nice time with Raven. We were at Saratoga Springs. She showed us around. So they've got mock-ups of 3 different venues.
Yeah. It's like Boulder Creek and I can't remember which ones.
And we had a laugh with her for an hour or so, and she was talking and chatting about all sorts of stuff. And then after we left her and walked off to Disney Springs and back to our park, she emailed you an hour or so later.
Yeah.
And said along the lines of, "Oh, I had such a good fun with you guys. I completely forgot there was a present for you. I won't tell you what it is. It's going to be sent over to your hotel bell services. When you get back this evening to your resort, go and speak to them. And when we got there, it was a big cardboard box, and inside was a Disney Vacation Club member backpack.
Yep.
And inside the box as well was this little envelope, and inside there were 2 Disney Vacation Club door magnets.
Yep.
So you put one on our cabin door of the cruise. There's a second one spare which you could use on the home somewhere, just for our magnetic blackboard.
Possibly, yeah.
There's a little note basically saying welcome to being Disney Vacation Club members. Yeah. It's just a nice little keepsake like that as well, so that was quite a nice little surprise.
It's almost worth laying out all that money for those little freebies.
Basically, we're going to be spending 10 years paying for it and then 50 years or more enjoying it.
Yes. Yeah, it's good. It works out a lot cheaper for us, because if we're going to go every year anyway, we're going to be spending a hell of a lot less technically anyway. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's everything. It seems to have taken forever.
Yeah, we may have actually finally put everything in the vlog.
And this vlog may be very long, because
I shall edit it where possible, but
it might be quite a long one, so we apologise if it is, but if you enjoy the hauls, then hopefully you enjoy this one. Oh,
there's that.
Luggage tags from the...
I kept a few spare, they gave us a couple of spare ones. It's when you put your luggage outside your door the night before... on
the cruise.
On the cruise, to be collected by 10 PM the night before you disembark. They're done by different characters and colour zones, and we were tan Pluto. So there's a couple of spare ones, we just kept it to stick in our little folder of holiday keepsakes. But yeah, I think he said looking around in case of something that suddenly jumps up at him that we've not done.
And though you can't see this, the place looks like a bomb's hit it now, so we need to try and tidy everything away now.
I'm off the next few days, I can do that.
Well, I mean, I can't relax on the sofa yet. We need to put it all in a box or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll just stuff it into a corner until tomorrow.
And order takeaway for tea, because we got nothing in the house. So my parents, to be fair, did message via my sister saying, if you want us to get you anything, let us know, because while you're coming back from your holiday, we can go out to Morrison's or Tesco's and get you stuff. And we said, just some milk and a bread, so we can have a cup of tea. Well, don't have a cup of tea, I'll have one of my lattes when we get him. Add a bit of toast, because we both felt really hungry. And that's fine, but we just said, no, we'll just, thank you very much, but we'll sort that out. So
we'll just have to take away, it's fine. We've just spent 2 weeks eating loads of crap, so why not add more?
One more night. Then obviously after that we'll be dieting and eating healthily and be a lot slimmer and healthier for our summer holiday.
We've been telling ourselves that for at least 2 years.
I didn't say which year's summer holiday.
When our contract runs out on our DVC in 2070 or whatever. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed the haul. It's been a long one, and I hope it gives you some insight into some of the prices of stuff at the moment. It'd be interesting to compare this in the future, because obviously prices keep going up so quickly. It'd be interesting to see what the pins go up to. But yeah, if you did enjoy it, please like the video. Actually, you know, click the button. Don't just go, yeah, I like that video. Click the button. And if you want to, leave us a comment, because it really helps the video out and helps with the YouTube algorithm.
Preferably not one that says, my god, you two guys are boring.
Yeah, please don't troll. We will just delete your comment if you do anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. And to be fair, commenting on it actually helps the video, so even if you do troll, it helps the video out. So, yeah. Yes, and if you want to see more from us, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified when we post new videos.
Ding ding ding.
Because we will be doing some more following this. There will be a DVC one following this, and then there will be another set of vlogs, hopefully, fingers crossed, for our next holiday. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and on our Facebook page, group, every time. We'll get it right at one point, which will Papa Bear Travels on all of those. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it, and we shall see you in the next one. Bye. Bye.